Hello, trendsetters. Coming to you from Australia, I'm Lena Rodriguez, Doctor of Sociology, tarot card reader, and I think after 400 videos, I can say political commentator. So we're all hanging in through the madness and the drama and the chaos. So I wanted to look at these mad rallies that the Yeti has announced, these sort of Franco meets Mussolini rallies. How crazy. Super spreader events, nutcaseville. And how could a 674-year-old do it? Either he'll get really sick again because he's overdoing it and they've taken him off the wonder drugs, or that he'll be kept on the steroids and he'll just be Captain Crazy Pants. I mean, he'll be going around like a hyena on amphetamines. I mean, the mind boggles, intrepid viewers. I mean, the thought of it. So let's have a look at his rallies, and then I'll quickly look at his 3 hideous children. Okay, so first the rallies. Oops. While I'm shuffling, some of the things he's been saying when on the decks are extraordinary. I think he accused the governor of Virginia or somewhere. It's just said he's going to execute babies after they're born. He just says it, you know, and no one wheels him out, you know, or put a muzzle on it, you know, really. All right, the rallies, let's see. Biden's turned up. Whooshka. In the centre of Trump's rally question, we have the King of Cups, Biden. How interesting. Who's going to benefit from the rallies, I would suggest, is Biden. He's on a nostalgia tour, the Yeti we're talking about here, because he is a clinical narcissist, so he needs to be fed. And the nostalgia for when he was great, you know, but he was only ever great in his own lunchtime, you know. Everything he's ever touched, my first digression, has failed monumentally. And he's been kept out of, basically out of jail and out of trouble to some extent by lawyers and accountants. But the man is totally corrupt. And I think he even won an award in the 80s or something for being the single American who lost the most money in a decade or something. Can people get back to me, or did I make that up? Okay. Anyway, page of wands. Here's a young person coming through with a message, quite a compelling message. I think some young person's going to be interviewed or something like that, and they're going to say something that's just going to go viral. Somehow, I think it's a young person, not a political person necessarily, who just nails it, saying, you can't leave the country for us with what this crazy creature can do between now and January. They're going to say it. Someone's going to say it. Now, on top of this question is the moon card. The moon makes everything unclear in every way. The moon, let's face it, has been associated through the millennia with mental health issues. A moon. He's barking at the moon. Perceived outcome. This is, I love this. His perceived outcome is victory. He's right in there. He's still convinced, right? Totally. And I will say it over and over. It is not him. He's just an imbecile. It's the GOP. They are doing the most wicked things. In other countries, you know, other democracies around the world, third world countries seriously do better than some of the things that are going on there. You've got Texas cutting where people can vote down to maybe even one ballot stop in counties that are massively huge. You've got, who are the other, California, GOP has been caught making fake ballot boxes, putting them out there. They were sprung doing it. Why did you do it? We wanted to prove there could be voter fraud. So you do that by committing electoral fraud. This is Banana Republic. I'm sorry, America. This is what one of the big pictures is all about. You have to reclaim your democracy. It is absolute chaos out there, and they are the real villains. Anyway, I digress. The Yeti thinks he's going to win, but alas, his outcome card is the devil. And the devil is about taking people down with you. And I think the GOP, because we're going to, let me share this with you viewers, one of my biggest concerns, but I think we need to all be prepared for, is people now have been put off. Some are millions, you're going to use every method, but people who wouldn't have a month ago lined up are going to line up. The lines are going to be long. They're going to turn up. You watch, polling stations will be closed. They'll be shut with 3,000 people still waiting. The real question, I must do that in my next reading, how will the public handle that? And I think it's going to be different in different places. So, now, on to the demon spawn. That would be Eric, Don Jr. Those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, Don Jr., he's so Joffrey, isn't he? Isn't he? He even looks like Joffrey. You know, that little duck bum mouth. Now, first of all, I'm just going to do a quick 3 cards on each of them. They must be getting worried, you would think. No, funnily enough, Eric's under huge pressure. He's been for the thing, but he's so deluded. I don't know about the other two. Nostalgia, childhood, he can't believe it can go that wrong. But here's the deal, intrepid viewers. Everything he has touched has lost money. You know, it was either new and didn't make money, or it was already making money. He bought it and started losing money. He doesn't even own the whole of Trump Tower. Now, the thing is, he has been extremely lucky. He's had very good lawyers and accountants, and he has stayed afloat. So Eric himself can't really conceive that the name, which is all they've really got to sell, the franchise, the Poxy franchise, it will be mud. He can't see it. He can't see it. He's fighting everyone off. He's still wheeling and dealing with the Russians. He's the one who said in 2015, we love the Russians, we make so much money from the Russians. But I think it's not just him doing deals now. I think they might want their money back, Eric. It's going to be a bit complicated. So let's look at your brother. Don Jr. Don Jr. Oh, I just heard rehab. I think as soon as the election's over, he's going to do an Amy Winehouse. Don Jr. What's happened with my cards? Hang on. Pages. Oh, he gets the same 3 as his brother. Look, he's just holding on, you could say. Things are suspended for him. He is just holding on. Another digression, because he's hearing, oh, Eric's going to court and this is happening and that's happening and things like that. But he is so detached from reality. I'm surprised he didn't get the 7 of Cups. Anyway, he's just hanging in. Then he gets the Page of Swords. This is him as a child. They are all children. You know, ugh. The Three of Wands. Well, if Eric's getting money from overseas, I won't say just Russia, I'm quite happy to spread the love, right? You know, Qatar, the Emirates. Like this crazy fake peace deal that's being signed between Israel and these countries. There are no Palestinians in this discussion. It's actually not addressing the issues. But anyway, he's waiting, I would suggest, for the same ship to come in as Eric's waiting for. He is in trouble, but also he's causing trouble. He's this guy, right? This is winning at any price. He is really ruthless in a really ugly, crude way. He's not a nice guy. And people are walking away from him. They're not picking up the phone to him any more than they are to the Yeti. Because the Yeti's just prowling in isolation. Because no one can go to work at the White House because they're all quarantining. That'd only be a relief, wouldn't it? All right, now, the she-wolf, Ivanka. What's going on for Madam? I'll do Jared next time. Oh, we're good at pretending. Well, yes. This is my fake America card, right? This is the little house on the prairie, or the good Jewish family that she is sort of, you know, presiding over with her illustrious husband. You know, I mean, really. So this is performing perfect marriage, performing perfect family. Couldn't be more appropriate. It's my old GOP card. She is embattled, of course she is. When she's not doing this, she knows, of course she knows. All of these wands are coming at her. She's proceeding with caution and keeping her options well open, the most strategic knight. She's keeping very guarded. Look at these together. This is temperance, so moderation, balance, harmony, gorgeousness, one foot in the water, one on land. Couldn't be more balanced and angelic. And the High Priestess, which is the real Ivanka. And you wouldn't know what's going on behind the curtain. Right, so that's a little update on that. Basically, the lasso is coming around, you know. So, guys, let me tell you, because this is my second attempt at this recording tonight, you know, because somehow I pressed a button and lost the previous one, which was a bit longer. Pity. But let me share with you election plans as they go forward, my darling. Dave Johnson from Moonrise, because I've got my feet nailed to the floor, which is why I haven't been doing collaborations lately and stuff too. So Dave's coming all the way from another state to Sydney. We're going to be there on your early evening of the election, which is probably from about 6 o'clock Eastern time. Working through, we'll hang in for 5 or 6 hours. We'll stock up our morning coffee and croissants. It'll be on Dave's channel, and we're hoping live stream. So other readers are doing stuff too. So I think we should all just cruise around and spread the love. Okay, this is my mantra for this week, spread the love. Right. Now, staying sane, calm, 15 minutes a day, starfish on the floor, just breathe. See you soon, guys. Ciao.